Howdy doody, everyone. One of the biggest draws of Undertale is its combat and how it goes with damage. See, after you take your turn, you dodge attacks in a tell-home manner to determine if you take damage. It's indifferent to any other RPG where you mainly just attacked. The fun of this gameplay loop is shown in its best with its bosses. So today I will rank every boss in the neutral and genocide run. Actually, I was having a hard time considering what counts as a boss. So my rules are, it has to be encountered even if you're doing a no save, and it should not be random. So none of these bosses you see on screen. And since I actually planned for this video this time, it'll be from worst to best, and we'll also be organizing in a tier list too. With that said, let's go. To show you how good these games' bosses are, there are only two F tiers. Now, I'm not saying their character is bad, I just hate the boss fight itself. 18, Glide. Now, some of you may be wondering who this guy is. Well, he's actually the secret boss of Undertale you can fight without being on a specific date. See, if you go on this forbidden walk for 2 whole minutes, the fight will begin. Now, I don't know what about you, but holding keys for 120 seconds is painful. But hey, at least the boss is fun right now. No, it isn't. Glide has an ego, and in order to spare him, you gotta feed it. Okay, in retrospect, his attacks aren't the worst, but if you die, you have to do all the walking again to try him again, which is the main thing that irks me. There's just no real point in doing this boss. 17, Metatonio. Goes down 1 hit, moving on. 16, Sharon. Sharon is feeling down, so hum to cheer up. Dodge your music notes once in order to spare. I don't know what else to say. The role of an enemy would fit her better, I guess. 15, Doggo. Heads up, all of the K9 units are on the bottom half of this list. They're easy to spare as long as you have the stick, and their patterns don't stick out too much in my mind. The worst of these 4 is Doggo. He serves as a tutorial for blue attacks, and being the tutorial boss is fine, but you gotta add some kick to it. It's not offensively bad, but just not too memorable. 14, Greater Dog. Mostly same as Doggo. He's hard because, I don't know, he's cute. 13, Papyrus. Okay, this is where I really must stress that this is not a character ranking. I love Papyrus. He's definitely a top 3 favorite Undertale character for me. It's not any of the personality or feels that places him low, it's more the fight itself. You have to dodge his bones, which is unfairly tricky, especially if you're doing true pacifist. I think that's mostly due to it being slower paced than his bro, which we'll get into, and there's no real consequence for dying. After a certain amount of time, Papyrus lets you not fight him, so there's no real point in trying. 12, Dogami and Doggeressa. The best of the K9 unit fights because their axe attack is mildly challenging. Why did I put them above Papyrus again? 11, napstablook. A great tutorial boss that really shows what kind of game Undertale is. Just spamming cheer spares him, and he doesn't attack after his first turn, but his attack can be challenging, especially for a first-time player. Really charming. 10, tutorial. Another boss where just spamming a thing is the key to sparing. The best part of this boss is the field. This loving goat mom has been nothing but kind to you. Now you have to fight her. I mean, she even starts attacking you when you have low health, so showing no sign of wants to fight. Her attacks are fun to dodge, but once you get to not attacking it, it's not that challenging. 9, the Royal Guards. The actual fight is kind of lacking. You have to dodge these carrots, which is okay. The best part is when you get the second guard shirtless and the first guard confesses his love to him. It's so adorable. 8, Mad Dummy. Okay, we're getting to the fights where sometimes I replay the game to fight it, starting with Mad Dummy. Firstly, the Mad Dummy themselves is a really funny character, and how they repeat the same words like 3 times, and the whole spiel about avenging their cousin. It's just really funny. And then you have the fight itself, where phase 1, where you have to dodge the dummies, cotton, and you gotta shoot it to the Mad Dummy themselves, which I thought was really clever. And then the second half, where the Mad Dummy replaces them with the original dummies with robots, and you gotta dodge the missiles. That was what it elevated to an A tier fight for me. Really fun. 7, Muffet. The pretty spider lady ties you in her web, leaving dodging to 3 layers. The fight uses its restrictions to its limit, having many things to dodge which are different in their own way. It gets really satisfying to dodge and no-hit these attacks. My favorite attack, however, is when she summons her pet and the the little box goes up and up, and you gotta go up and up. It's really fun. One of my favorite things about this fight is that you can pretty much skip it by buying something at the Spire Bake Sale, which is something most people skip in the ruins. 6. Metaton EX. By far the funniest fight in Undertale. The word essay, the break time, during the fight, just the fact that Metaton was a box is now is an anime-ified robot. His boss pattern is pretty fun too, where this time you have to survive to shoot his attacks to survive. I said survive like twice. They get pretty creative with it too. Like this one attack where in order to control his blue attacks, you can shoot this disco ball so you don't get hit. Or one where the heart on his belt starts attacking you, so you have to shoot at it. In order to spare him, you have to get the ratings to 10,000. And there are ways to do so. Puzzing grants 100 ratings, nothing too subpuzzle. And I like how boasting and heel turn are like yin and yang, where boasting, as long as you don't take damage, grants 100 points, and doing a heel turn, if you get hit, it grants 100 points. I also like how the essay rewards points too. 5. Undying. I think you've begun to pick up on it, but one thing I factor with the ranking is the challenge. Like, how cool is it to hit with no hit, to dodge their attacks in one hit? These top 5 bosses will show what I mean. Anywho, Undying. I like her rhythm-based attacks, and her normal attacks are fun too. To go a little more in-depth, you have to block her attacks instead of dodging it, which is a neat change-up. It's also satisfying to no-hit one of these attacks, after which you can spare it by running away. It gets tense trying to escape her. Oh well, solid fight, but there's a fight I like better. 4. Asgore. So mechanically, these next 3 fights are similar to previous bosses, but harder. Starting off, we have Asgore. Don't have much to say on this fight on a gameplay standpoint, just tutorials fight, but harder. The feels are really what makes this fight. No side really wants to fight, but Asgore has to fight first, people, and you have to fight so you can go home. Meeting the pie has Asgore lower his defense, showing he really just wants to be with his family again. 3. Undying the Undying. A super difficult fight that took me forever to be on my first playthrough. Now, you can't flee. Now, since you can't flee, you have to do her normal attacks, which are pretty tough. Heck, after a while, she stops using the green soul mode and just using her normal attacks. That's how you know it's hard. My only critique of this fight is after you stop using green soul mode, she doesn't throw her spirit like in the original version. That would have been way cooler to see in this harder mode. If my only critique is make it harder, you know you've made a pretty good fight. Now, these next two fights aren't just my favorite Undertale fights, but 2 of my favorite bosses ever. Starting off, 2, Sans. I mean, he had to be top 3. He's Sans. He's the whole reason Undertale took off as much as it did. I think the Blue Soul mode is used far better here, unlike Papyrus, where the fight is so fast-paced. Each attack, you have to do some quick thinking to dodge. Heck, Sans begins teleporting attack, so while you're dodging one attack, when all of a sudden you get thrown into the other. He even begins attacking you in the menus. Like, come on! And despite all of that, he feels completely fair. His attacks come in an order, making them very easy to memorize, and there's no limit to how much you can fight him. And the end of the fight where Sans realizes that instead of attacking you, the best thing to make the player do is wait for their turn and never let them have it, making the player quit for losing patience. It's so clever. It gets even more clever when you have to wait for Sans to sleep on the job to end the fight. You might be wondering, how can it get more meta from here? Number 1, Photoshop Flowey. It got more meta from here. I touched on this in my Flowey analysis, but it really does feel like Flowey has hacked your game and is tormenting you. There's no menu, you can't pause your game, and Flowey uses saves against you. I also love the design of him, keeping the plant vibes intact while still looking like being corrupted by a computer. And then the ending of the fight, where the 6 fallen human souls help you instead of Flowey, and you proceed to destroy you. It really feels as if you're getting payback for what he did. You even get healing items as you spam fight. It's kind of the perfect neutral boss as you fight Flowey and help the 6 souls. Challenging, thematically great, and heartfelt message. Great ending to both Undertale and my pick for the best Undertale boss. Thank you for watching Undertale Month. I'm glad to talk about one of my favorite games here finally, and I'll see you all later. Thanks for watching.